Hi class. This video is going to discuss week 13 and week 14. And as you'll notice, I'm kind of combining videos a little bit now because our main focus is the signature assignment and you're completing that over a longer period of time. And so this week, very much like last week, you'll be reviewing minerals, major and trace along with water, and you will also take your exam on chapters 12 through 15. And so make sure that you are going back and watching all the videos. That's the reason that they're there. It's also the reason why you don't have any additional PowerPoints or notes this 2 weeks, is because the intent is that you're going to use your peers' reviews and research in order to educate yourself on the vitamins and minerals. And so that should look pretty straightforward. Everything is exactly the way it was last week, along with presentations. I want to direct your attention now to the Diet Analysis Project Plan 2B. And so you have already completed your discussion board. I will be giving you feedback on your plan along with your peers. And so you want to reflect on that feedback before you move into the paper. And let's go up to the paper really quick here. So what is important for this paper? A, that you're including outside discipline. So one of the mistakes that I noticed a lot with the first paper is people are not formal enough. They're having a conversation with me on the paper. They're free writing. That is not a formal paper. And so you want to be thoughtful and you want to proofread and you want to make sure that you're being concise and pithy and that you're expressing your ideas and thoughts very clearly and that you're supporting those ideas and thoughts with research. Making sure that your citations are always included inside the body of your paper and that you are using APA style. I have taken quite a few points off for people not using APA. So you are going to give me your total plan, and this should be as detailed as possible. And then you are going to support your plan through research, mainly identifying here what aspects really from other disciplines that you can look at. And what I mean by that is there's a social aspect of food, there's an anthropological aspect of food, a cultural aspect of food, a historical aspect of food. Whatever discipline you want to lean on really is up to you. Most people lean on sociology or psychology the most, or anthropology, because there are a lot of givens in that. But you can lean on anything. But a part of executing a plan is not just about you're planning on what you're eating and how you are going to actually eat it, right? Because the reality is if changing was easy, everyone would do it, right? It really takes some methodical step work, which is why you're doing the methodical step work before you actually do the diet change. But that methodical step work includes other people. For example, what if you're married and your spouse is like, yeah, I don't want to give up meat. I love hamburgers. And your diet plan was to give up meat. So what are you going to do about that? How are you going to navigate those waters? For those of you with children, I read a lot about how, well, my kids don't like to eat that food. Okay, so what are you going to do about that? Or if you have a social event, and every Friday night you go out with your friends for beers and go dancing. Okay, so are you going to have beers? What if it's beers and wings and you're trying to eat plant-based? So all of those social interactions isolate people in diet changes. And so this is why we have to have a plan for those social interactions. And some of it's psychological interactions with ourselves. It's the self-talk we have. And so really that's what you're looking at. There's not a wrong way to look at it. The only way you can look at this incorrectly from a different discipline is if by not doing it. Past that, you have some freedom. And so this is what you are working on, and this is due, you can see here, on April 28th. Make sure that you are not using quotes. These papers are very short. I am not interested in what others had to say. So I did mark off for quotes on this last paper. Please do not quote. You need to learn how to rephrase what you want to say in your own words. This is kind of the keys to writing research. And you'll do it over and over again for the rest of your academic career and then even after. And so you want to make sure that you can put these statements or these ideas that other researchers have and put them into your own words. And then you go ahead and cite that to make sure that you're telling the universe, I know that I didn't have this original thought. I'm just using my own words to express it, but here's the person who gave the original thought. Okay, so that's a little bit about this paper, and that's going to move you forward. So that actually takes you through week 14. And so keep your eye out for feedback. Definitely be reading your feedback. That will really help you. You have your exam this week on 12 through 15, and that covers all vitamins and minerals, and we are counting it down. We are almost done. And so I hope you have a great week. Please let me know if you have questions. Thanks.